Okay, namaste students and welcome back. I hope all of you are well and you must be waiting for your prelim results. I assume that few marks you might have already got. Okay, whenever you get your maths marks, please share it in that WhatsApp group. Okay, students. Now, today also we are going to continue with the GST. Now, students, today this will be the last session of the GST. Okay, now only there are two sums left to discuss which are based on algebraic concept. After this, we are going to start with the revision sessions. Okay, and in revision sessions, we are going to take the topic which is important and base for your grade 11. So that topics we are going to revise first. Okay, but before that, today let us see different type of sums in GST and let us complete this session today. So from the next session we can start with the revision part. Okay students, let us see this. Here you can see in the sum, the mark price of an article is rupees 7,500. A shopkeeper buys the article from a wholesaler. Okay, so the mark price of an article is given 7,000 rupees. The shopkeeper is purchasing the article from the wholesaler at some discount. See, at some discount. So here discount is unknown to us. Okay, at some discount. So we don't know what is a discount. And sells it to consumer at the mark price. Now the shopkeeper is purchasing the article from the wholesaler. Okay, at some discount. What is the discount? That we don't know. That we will have to find. And then the shopkeeper is selling to consumer at which price? At the mark price. What is the mark price given to us? 7,500. Okay. And here it is given the sales are intrastate. The sales are intrastate, not interstate. And I hope by this time you must be very much clear about intrastate and interstate. Okay. The sales are intrastate and the rate of GST is 12%. Okay. Now if the shopkeeper pays rupees 90 as tax, now students, it is an intrastate. It is an intrastate transaction. So half part will be paid to state government and half part will be paid to the central government. Now let us see, this 90 rupees is paid to both the government? No, to the state government. So here it is given that rupees 90 is the tax payable by the shopkeeper. So the net tax payable by the shopkeeper is rupees 90 and that is given to the state government. So from this whole thing, two things we have to find: the amount of discount and the price inclusive of tax of the article the shopkeeper paid to the wholesaler. Okay students, so the sum is very much clear. Okay, first of all, here the shopkeeper is purchasing the article from the wholesaler at some discount, which is, what is the discount that we don't know, that we need to find. And then the shopkeeper further sells that article to the consumer at which price? At the mark price. And in this whole transaction, it is an intrastate transaction. The rate of GST is given as 12%. Okay. So and we have to find these two things. So students, let us start first. Solution. Okay. Now what is unknown, students, over here? Discount. So we'll assume discount. So let discount rate be X%. Okay, we are assuming the discount rate is X%. We don't know. Okay, now the shopkeeper is purchasing the article from a wholesaler at some discount. So here we can say mark price of an article is equal to rupees 7,500. Now the shopkeeper is purchasing the article not on this price. On this price also is getting some discount. Okay. How much discount? X% of this. The discount will be given on the mark price. Okay. So discount will be X% of 7,500. And if we solve this, we will get 75. X. You can easily calculate X upon 100 into 7,500. So what is the discount given? So from 7,500, the discount of 75x is given. So what is the selling price of the article? Okay, so selling price of an article is rupees 7,500 minus 75 X. So this is the selling price of an article. So the shopkeeper is purchasing the article at this price. Now the shopkeeper will have to give tax. Now which type of tax? Yes, input tax. Okay, so that will calculate tax payable by input tax payable by shopkeeper. Okay, students, first of all you have to see that whether it is interstate or intrastate. It is an intrastate transaction, so GST will be equally divided. Okay, so input tax payable by shopkeeper as CGST, it will be how much? 6% of this. So 6% of 7500 minus 7x. Okay. Now let us solve this. So if we solve this, it will be 6 upon 100 into, okay, do you want to simplify? Okay, let us simplify. So 7500 minus 7x. So when we simplify, what we will get? So 5 6 are 30, 0 carry 3, 450 minus 42x upon 100. Okay, so this is the tax paid, input tax paid by the shopkeeper as CGST. Now let us see what will be the input tax paid by the shopkeeper as SGST. It will be the same, because we know in intrastate the tax is equally distributed to state and central government. Yes. So input tax payable by shopkeeper as SGST will also be rupees 450 minus 42x upon 100. So this is the tax paid by the shopkeeper to whom? To the wholesaler. Okay. Now what shopkeeper is doing? The shopkeeper is selling this article further to a consumer. So at what price is selling? At the mark price. So he is selling the article at rupees 7500 to the consumer. Now while selling, he will also collect the tax. So that will be output tax. Yes. So output tax collected by shopkeeper. Again students, you know it is an intrastate transaction. So again, as CGST, tax will be collected in the form of CGST and SGST. Okay. So output tax collected by the shopkeeper as CGST. Now it will be how much? 6% of what? Now the shopkeeper is selling the article to consumer at which price? You can see over here, it is written at mark price. So this 6% of 7500 we will have to calculate, and that comes to rupees. We have already calculated over here, it is 450. Let us take again the calculation. Yes, it is correct. Okay. So 6% will be 450. Again, output tax collected by shopkeeper as SGST will also be rupees 450. So what is the net tax payable? Now see, it is already written, if the shopkeeper pays rupees 90 as tax to the state government. So the shopkeeper has paid tax as rupees 90. So it means that output tax is more than input tax over here. Okay. So the net tax, therefore net tax, and see it is given of SGST. So SGST, what is the tax shopkeeper has paid? 90. So net tax payable by shopkeeper as SGST. Now we know how to find the net tax payable. Yes, output tax minus input tax. So output tax is 450 minus input tax is 450 minus 42x upon 100. And what is that amount? That amount is 90 rupees. So this is equal to 90. Because it is given, the shopkeeper pays rupees 90 as tax to the state government. So the net tax paid by the shopkeeper was rupees 90. So I can say that 90 is equal to output tax minus, this is our input tax. So now just solving of equation. So 450 minus 450 plus 42x upon 100. So these two will be cancelled. And now we just have to solve the equation. So it is 9000 upon 42 is equal to x. Okay. Oh, students, sorry. We have done mistakes. It is 7500 minus 75. Here we have written, oh, it is 75x over here. So you see, you have to take care in all these calculations. So here it will be 450x upon 100. Okay, everywhere it will be 450x upon 100. So here also it will change 450x. So here also 450x. So now here this 100 will go. So 3 zeros will come, and here 450 will come. So 0 cancel, 45 ones are and 45 twos are. What is x? X is our discount rate. What is x? X is our discount rate. So discount rate will be 20%. So discount rate is equal to 20%. Okay. So what is the amount of discount? Now see how much discount is given, 75x. So amount of discount will be 75 into 20, because 20 is our discount rate. Okay. So 75 into 20 means 150 and 1500. So it will be rupees 1500. Or you can also do like this, 20% of 7500. So it will give you same as 1500. Okay. So what is the discount given by the wholesaler to the shopkeeper? 20%. And this 20% means how much discount is given? So from 7500, 1500 discount is given. So actually the shopkeeper purchased the article at 6000 rupees. Okay, now let us see the second question. The price inclusive of the tax of the article the shopkeeper paid to the wholesaler. Okay, the price inclusive of tax of the article the shopkeeper paid to the wholesaler. So the shopkeeper paid to the wholesaler which price? See, first of all, the shopkeeper has purchased the article at rupees how much? 7500 minus 1500. So 6000. And on 6000 he paid a tax of how much? 12%. Okay, so here you can see See, first of all, the mark price of article was 7,500. From that, we got a discount of 1,500. So, if I see what will be the selling price of this article, it will be rupees 6,000. Okay. So he has paid 6,000 plus he has paid 6% of what is this now 6,000. So 6% of 6,000 is 36,360 rupees. He has paid as CGST and 360 he has paid as SGST. So 360 plus 360 720. So rupees 6,720. So the price inclusive of the tax of the article the shopkeeper paid to the wholesaler will be 6,720. So students, you can see this was the sum of algebraic concept. Whenever we are using algebra, we know that at any point of time the equation will be framed. If your equation framing is correct, students, then automatically you will get all your answers correct. Here the unknown thing was some discount, so that we have assumed as X%. Otherwise, students, the method and the calculation of tax payable and everything is same. Just the sum was different because here the discount was unknown. I hope you understood this sum. Please go through it and then check our answers are discount is 1,500 and the amount paid by the shopkeeper to the wholesaler inclusive of both the taxes is 6,000 plus 360 plus 360 which comes to 6,720. Okay students, please go through the whole sum. Okay students, let us see the last sum of this GST. Okay, students, here it is given a retailer buys an article at a discount of 15%. It is 15%. Let me write it clearly. Yes, on the printed price from a wholesaler. So retailer is purchasing an article from a wholesaler at a discount of 15% on the printed price. He marks up the price. He means who over here? Retailer. So retailer marks up the price by 10% on the printed price. So whatever is the printed price, he marks up that price by 10%. But due to competition in the market, he allows a discount of 5%. So after marking the price by 10% up, he is not able to sell at that price due to the competition in the market. So what he is doing, he is allowing a discount of 5% on the marked up price, not on the printed price. Okay. To a buyer, if the rate of GST is 12% and the buyer pays rupees 468.16 for the article inclusive of tax under GST. Now see students, it is not written intrastate or interstate over here. So it means whenever it is not mentioned over here, so the tax will be calculated as 12% only. Okay. And so from this you have to find the printed price of an article and the profit percentage of the retailer. So see, that's why intrastate or interstate is not given. That's why they are not asking anything about the net GST payable or anything such like that. Okay. So here rate you will calculate whole, this you will take whole as 12% only. So students, the sum is very much clear over here. If we look at the sum, it says that a retailer buys an article from a wholesaler at 15% discount. Okay. After that, retailer is selling to a consumer. But at what price? The retailer is marking at whatever price he has purchased, he marks up that price by 10%. But due to competition, he is not able to sell at the marked up price. So what he does, he allows a 5% discount on that. Okay, to a buyer. So if the rate of GST is 12% and the buyer pays rupees 468.16 for the article. So the buyer pays 468.16 for the article, and in this tax is included? Yes, inclusive of tax. So from this we have to find two things: retailer's profit percentage and the printed price of an article. First of all, let us find the printed price of article. Now here we don't know the printed price, so let printed price of an article be rupees X. Okay, printed price of an article we are assuming as rupees X. Now see, here a retailer buys an article at a discount of 15% on the printed price. So what is the printed price? X. So what is the discount? Okay. So how much discount is given? 15% of this. So it comes to 15x upon 100. So discount is given as 15x upon 100. So what will be the selling price? Therefore, selling price of an article will be rupees X minus 15x upon 100. Okay, so this will be the selling price from whom? For the wholesaler. Selling price of an article for wholesaler. So the wholesaler is selling the article to whom? To retailer. So this will be the selling price for retailer and this will be the cost price for, yes, this will be the selling price for wholesaler and this will be the cost price for retailer. So retailer is purchasing this much. Retailer is purchasing at the article at this price. Okay, from the wholesaler. And now again, while purchasing he is giving a tax. So tax payable by retailer. Now students, here you can see there is no intrastate or interstate transaction over here. So directly we have to calculate the 12%. So 12% of x minus 15x upon 100. Okay, if you want you can calculate this. So it will be simplified form. So this is nothing but it will be rupees 75x upon 100. And if you further reduce it, 25 3s are 25 4s. Okay, so here I will directly replace it, so it is easy for calculation. So it will be 3x upon 4, and when I calculate it is 12 upon 100 into 3x upon 4. So 4 1s and 4 3s are. So how much tax is paid by the retailer? 9x upon 100, and at which price he has purchased? 3x upon 4. So therefore CP of article for retailer inclusive of tax. See, the retailer has purchased the price article at this price, so this much he has given as the cost price, plus he has paid a tax of this much, 9x upon 100. So when we calculate this into 25 to make the denominators equal, so 75x plus 9x, so 75x plus 9x will be 84x upon 100. So the retailer is purchasing the article finally at this price inclusive of tax, and this tax is also included. Okay. Now what retailer is doing? He marks up the price by 10% on the printed price. So he marks up 10% on the printed price. So what is the printed price over here? X. Okay. So price marked up by retailer. So what is doing? He is marking up the price by 10% on the printed price. So printed price is given as X. So price marked up by retailer will be X plus 10% of X. So it comes to 110x upon 100. When you calculate 10x upon 100, so it will be 110x upon 100. So finally it will come to 11x upon 10. So the price marked by the retailer for selling is 11x upon 10, but he is not able to sell at this price. He has to allow the discount of 5% on the marked price. Okay, he is allowing a discount of 5%. So this is the price marked by the retailer, but he is not able to sell at this price. So what he is doing on this is giving a 5% discount. So let us calculate the discount. So discount given by retailer, it is how much? 11x upon 10 into 5%. So 5 upon 100. So when you calculate this, it comes to 5 ones are 5 20s are, so 11x upon 200, because when you do the cancellation, okay, so what is the discount given? So therefore selling price of an article, so finally the retailer is selling the article at which price? At this price. So 11x upon 10 minus from this discount is given. Oh, again LCM into 20, I think we will have to do into 20. So 220x minus 11x upon 200. So I think this comes to 189x upon 200. It is correct, no? 189 plus 11 will be 200. So this is the final selling price of an article. Now, and the buyer pays rupees 468.16 for the article inclusive of tax. So the buyer is okay. Actually, now see, this is the selling price of an article. So the buyer is purchasing at this price. No, still tax is not collected. Okay. So output tax collected by retailer. Output tax collected by retailer will be how much? It is 12% of 189x upon 200. Oh, it is a long calculation there. So let us keep in this way only. 12 into 190x upon 200 into 100. So let us calculate as 20,000 only. Okay, so the output tax collected by the retailer from this is rupees 12 into 189x upon 20,000. So finally the customer is purchasing the article at which price? At this price, 12 into 190x upon 20,000, and the buyer pays how much rupees? 468.6. So I can say that this is equal, because see, finally at this price the buyer is purchasing. Selling price plus 12% tax on this. Okay, sorry, this is just a tax. So output tax collected by the retailer. So how much the buyer pays? So the price paid by buyer inclusive of tax. Okay, now see, the article is sold at this price. So 189x upon 100. Sorry, it is 200 plus the tax collected. So the tax collected is this much. 12 into 189x upon 20,000. And this whole is equal to how much? 468.16. So now let us calculate this. 468.16 is equal to, okay, we can take 189 upon x as common, and here we can take 200 as a common. So 1 plus 12 upon, and this will be 100. Okay, now when I calculate this, it comes to 468.16 equals 189x upon 200 into 112 upon 100. Okay, now we solve all these. So 468.16 into 200 into 100 upon 112 into 189 is equal to x. Okay, now this decimal will remove, so upon 100 will come. So these and these are cancelled. Now 112 and 200. Now let us calculate all these things. Oh, it is a very long calculation. So 46816 and 189 would be exactly divisible, or these two are divisible by 8 also. 8 ones are 8. Yes, let us do so. 8 ones are 8. 8 32. Okay, it is not divisible. So let us calculate by 4. 4 twos are 8. 4 eights are 32. So 4 ones are 4. 4 ones are 4. 4 sevens are 28. 4 zeros are, and 4 fours are. Okay, now again 28 and 4 is divisible. So 4 sevens are 28 and 4 twos are 8. 4 twos are 8. 32. 4 eights are 32. 4 zeros and 4 ones are. Yes. Now 2801 and 7, it is divisible. Let us check. 2801 divisible by 7. 7. No, it will not be divisible. So now let us divide 189 and 2801. Let us see it is divisible or not. So 2801 and 189. Let me do by 9. 1701. Okay. So let us calculate this. Let us divide only. 2801 divided by 189. 189 ones is 189. 10 subtract 9 is 1. 7, 9 and 0 and carry 1. So now okay students, let me calculate over there. Wait a minute. Okay students, or what you can do, you please calculate this part and find the value of x. Please calculate this. Okay students, I hope you must have done this whole calculation. So after doing the calculation, you will get the price or you will get the value of x as rupees 400. Okay. So that is about the printed price, because what was x? X was our printed price. So it will be rupees 400. And students, please check if we have done any calculation error. Okay. The equation is correct. You solve the whole equation and then you will find that the value of this. Okay, let me erase this part so you can see clearly. Okay. So in this whole process, please check our calculation. Okay. But when you find the value of x, it will be rupees 400. Okay. So now we have to find the cost price of we have to find the profit percentage of the retailer. Okay. So the retailer is purchasing the article at which price? At this price. And is selling the article at which price? Is selling the article at this price. Okay. On this he is collecting a tax, but that tax he will not keep it with his, he will forward it further. So the CP of an article is this and the SP of an article is this. So from this we have to find what is the profit. So CP will find 84x upon 200, so it will be 84 into 400 upon 100. So 4 4s are 16 and 1, 8 4s are 32 and 33. Okay. So, and he is selling at which price? He is selling at 190x upon 200. So this will come to 189 into 400 upon 200. So 9 2s are 18 and 1 into 16, 17 and 1, 2 1s are 2 and 1, 3. Okay. So what is the selling price of the article? It is 378. And what is the cost price? It is 336. So there is a profit. So okay, where I write? Okay, I am writing it over here. So profit will be SP minus CP. So 378 minus 336. So 8 minus 6 will be 2, 7 minus 3 will be 4. Yes. So 42 rupees is the profit, but we have to find the profit percentage. So profit percentage will be profit upon cost price into 100. And students, this part you please calculate it, or let us calculate quickly. It is cancelled by 4. No. Is it cancelled by 6? Yes. 6 7s are 6 5s are 30 and 6 6s are 7 1s are